Good morning. My name is Maleva. I'm a Hopi Indian. We live northeast of Phoenix, Arizona. I'm here today and with my son. We're going to be talking about different things about how we live and our home. To get it started, I just want to introduce myself to you fine people out there. Uh, we live up on the top of a mesa. There's 12 villages and 3 mesas. First mesa, second and third mesa, and then each mesa there's different villages on top of there. So each one of them there. But we come from the first mesa, and we've been there for many moons. I want to show you some pictures of our home, so you can kind of see where we live at way up high in the mountains. So what you're going to see here are these pictures are from the Smithsonian Institute from 1897 and earlier than that. They use those wooden box cameras. They didn't have cameras like we do now. There's a glass print. So what you're looking at is glass prints of these. And the village is actually looks almost the same as it did back when. Some things have changed, but it looks the same. So this first picture right here is from Walpi. That's where we come from. There's Tewa, Shamopavi, Walpi, and Hano. So those are the little villages on top. There's not very many people in each one, maybe 50 people, 100 people, but there's not that many. But this first photograph is Walpi, which is the end picture. There's only about 2 people that live there now. This is one of the villages on top of our mesa that doesn't have water or electricity. We still live in the same way we did many moons ago. We have like candles and stuff like that. That's how they see around, and they have to go get water not too far away. But there's no running water and there's no sewer there. But it's pretty much nobody's living there anymore. Just a few people. We have 3 homes at that part of the village, which is Walpi. We have a home that you see way up on top, one down below next to that, and then a small little cubby hole about as big as you're looking at right here where my grandpa and grandma lived at. And so this is Walpi here. And I'll show you the next picture. This part here is going into Walpi, right here. You can see we live on stack homes that are on top of each other. The homes are made out of sandstone and mud and clay, but they've been there for maybe 10,000 years, so they haven't fallen down. So they've been there a long time. But just if you look down here, this is way up on top. Let me see if I have a better picture I can show you. Yeah. This one right here, you can see on the edge right here how high we are. It's like 500 feet from the bottom tier to the last tier on top, but it's a lot further than that going down. But there's 3 tiers going down to. The widest part on the top of this village is only, I'd say, 250 feet wide, and the smallest area crossing over Walpi is about 15 feet wide, and then it drops down like you can see here. But way up here on top is one of our homes right there. Way up here, and then the next home is right underneath here. You can zoom in and look, but this is where we live. There's our other home. And Grandpa and Grandma's house is right here, which is not a house, it's just a little cubby hole. And it's just carved out of sandstone. That's how they lived a long time ago. My Grandpa and Grandma. This is how Grandpa and Grandma, we ate like that. We just put all our food into a bowl that the ladies make, and we eat like, back then we were eating rabbits, and then we would eat groundhogs. And back then they had those coyotes and things like that we could hunt. We don't do that anymore, but that's how we ate, including myself. That's how we ate in the thing there in the village. This part here is the back part. This picture here, if you're looking, it's going across that little bridge that's only 10 feet wide. It's not a bridge, it's just carved out of the sandstone. And that's going into Hopi from the other side of the village over here. It's Shomopadi, which we live there. We also have homes there too over the centuries. The homes, everything belongs to the ladies. Everything, houses, everything. The men own nothing. But we have 3 homes over there, which are clans. So we belong to different clans. Like I am from the Snake clan and the Reed clan. But this is where you can see going into it, and this is Walpy. This right here is like a standing rock. It just stands up there by itself, like sandstone. And this picture, the little boy and the 2 boys are me and my brother. There and there, if you can see them. We live about, the nearest town was Winslow, which is 75 miles away from our village. So when we did go to town, which we never really did, we didn't have stores until probably about the 19th century when they built a trading post, and it stayed there for about 100 years and then it burned down. But that's what happened to our thing. But now we have quite a bit of things, but we're going to start this tour from the back when all the way up to today. I have many things I like to share when my son wants me to say things. I will say, we have a lot of interesting things. Bobby, or Shane, his name is Shane, but we call him Bobby. He has a lot of things to do. We're going to be sharing a lot of photographs as we go along. Like right now, I just want to introduce myself. I want to, so hopefully these pictures, I'm just going to go through a few of them. This is our village when it snows. You can't even tell it's a village. If you don't know it's there, you will never see it. But this is in the snow, how beautiful it is. We live way up there on top of that. And then there's Shane and Shay, my 2 sons, and my wife Marie. I know Shane is doing a lot of photographs with the beautiful sunsets and all that. Here's one of the sunsets where you can take beautiful pictures out there because there's nothing around. There's no city. So at nighttime it looks like you can just grab the stars, you know. And we have a lot of photographs of that, but we're not going to share those right now. I'm just sharing a few things I want to show you. Nowadays they finally built it, maybe 10 years ago they built a little clinic up there because we didn't have a doctor. We had roaming doctors. A nurse, she would come, back in the 50s, she would come and check on people and maybe bring some stuff that people were sick. But if somebody got sick, we went to the medicine man because there was nowhere to go. And so we took care of our own that way as far as that goes. Anymore, they finally built a clinic, which is, this is actually the clinic. It's out in the middle of nowhere, you see right here. You can't hardly even tell it's a clinic. So I showed you those things. There's many things we're going to talk about, but like I said, this the way that we make a living, and even back when we did, the ladies made pottery and baskets and stuff like that, and the men, they made kachina dolls, like this one right here. This is a home dancer. This is a last kachina that comes at when we're finally done, and we sent the kachinas back home to. They live at San Francisco Peaks, which is Flagstaff. They live in the mountains up there. But this is the last dance. Is a home dancer, and so they at the end of their ceremony, they bring all kinds of stuff for her, like bows and arrows and corn and these dolls they give to the girls so they can uh, get used to the dolls and they know what they are and the stories with them. And as things go along, we'll talk more about different dolls and stuff. I might carve a little doll with you guys, and you guys can see how I carve a small little doll and things like that. This one here is a home dancer. This bigger one here was made in the 70s. My grandpa made this. My dad, I call him grandpa, but my dad, he was a famous Hopi artist. His name's Walter Howato. You can look him up on Google. There's a lot of things about him, but he carved this one here. This is a warrior. He has a sister too, which maybe next time I'll show you. But he's called a chakwana, and his face is full of like glitter, but it's actually ground up stone. And he was the one that they called in when they had wars and stuff. There would be a lot of them coming in, and I actually have a lot of photographs of them all together. Sometimes there'll be 40 or 50, even up to 100 of the kachinas that come. We're going to talk about that when we start this series of things that we want to show you. But yeah, this was my dad made this back in the 70s. It's actually pretty big compared to the one that I made right there. I made that one for my granddaughter. That one and this one Grandpa made. We have a lot of dolls that we'll go through, and I'll show you them, and a lot of things that we do. We do go out and speak with people in like Sedona and different places, Utah, and I don't get out that much anymore because I'm not doing well. But my son, he helps me quite a bit, so we're starting to do some of that to preserve our heritage and film it, and that's why we want to get these things together so we can share them with people. I don't know if you can see them, but these are a lot of like real bows and arrows from way back when, and later on we'll go through some of these right here. And these are warrior stuff. I know I'm going kind of fast, and just so much stuff that we've made over the years that we'll go through, and things that I've made, and so many pictures. And I want to tell you stories, about stories that my grandpa and my dad and a lot of the elders told me when I was a kid. They brought me into my society when I was 7 years old. Usually you're about 12 years old, and then they initiate you into your clan. That initiation is no more, but I want to share that with you. So it's stayed the way it's initiated now is different than they are back when, but we need to talk about that and quite a bit of things. And I was lucky enough to, when I was 9, to see the last rabbit dance, and it was the last rabbit hunt, and how they hunt is just amazing. And because we use the rabbits to eat, we didn't have that was our source of meat, and we grow a lot of different things. We live off of cornmeal. We make all kinds of stuff with corn, and a lot of our foods are made out of corn. But we grow watermelons, and back when there were peaches, we even grew cotton way back in the 19th century. And but we had a lot of different types of food. I want to share these different types of food that you can make if you want to. A simple one that I'll teach you how to do if the ladies want to do it, or even the men can make this food for themselves. It's very simple. But we'll be doing things like that. Quite a bit of stories. We're going to be talking about the star people, the star beings, and a whole bunch of different entities that we've dealt with over the years. So we'll be doing a lot of those with a lot of videos that I've taken for many years and photographs. We're going to be talking about that. We'll be talking about things that maybe you've heard of. A lot of people talk about skinwalkers and entities of that sort, and the ant people. The ant people we're going to talk about. I am one of the last of the 9 elders. I'm alive. Once I pass, there is no more. But I was the guardian of the ant people. We will show you photographs of the ant people and some other things as we go along. And so we have many things to talk about. A lot of things to talk about. I think it's going to be a lot of fun for me to get this teachings out to people so they can see what's going on. And also, if you have questions, you can put them on comments, or maybe later on we can do a live video. I'm not sure. I've been on a few of those where people call in and I talk to them. I don't know what they're called, but hopefully we'll be doing some of that with my son. And so you can see things live. We'll be doing some things outside, and we'll be taking you guys to different places around this area where there's picture clips. And do some of the videos out there, which would be really nice at that time of the year that we can go outside. It was just too hot, but now we can get out a little bit more and do some of those things with people. Also, making different things, artwork. I do paintings also, and Shane and my other son, they do pictures and paintings also. And when we go home, we'll be able to film some of the stuff. Some of the stuff we can't film. It's just out of respect for my people and ourselves, my family. There's things that we can't film, but we can film the things that other people have filmed when we go home. Yeah, we have once a year we have the All Indian Days. It was 2 weeks back, and that's where different tribes come from all over to visit us, and also people, different people, they come to visit us. Up in Second Mesa now they have a motel and a restaurant and stuff like that now that people can rent and stay there and eat. But most of the people, when you go over there, they feed you. They'll feed you the Hopi food, and it's really nice because they have different tribes come and dance from all over. It's really a thing to see. So hopefully, maybe next year by then, if you get to follow us around, if you'd like to, which would be very nice, you can go with us on one of those. We have also, I want to talk about tours up there, because it's not safe to go up there by yourself, because you could get lost, and then you might go into the wrong area where people will get upset with you. But there's a few people up there that you can, I give you some numbers and stuff. You can contact if you want to come visit us. Or you can just come visit us, like Second Mesa. Our village is really kind of hard to come visit us. You have to be invited there. But the rest of the villages, they welcome, as long as you obey by what they set up for people to come, because we do live there. That's our home. We don't want people peeping in the windows, you wouldn't want me peeping in the windows, And, but yeah, and so we'll be doing a lot of things like that, and I hope you subscribe. I think that's what it's called, subscribe, so you can do some of these things with us. I thank you for being here with me this afternoon, and we'll be making more of these during the weeks or so. I mean, right away, because we have a lot to talk about. And then my son does those beautiful sceneries of the clouds and the mountains and birds and all kinds of beautiful things, things that Mother Earth put here for us to see. He films them in slow motion, and so you can see real beautiful things. You can get real close to animals and stuff like that, but I know that you'll enjoy his filming also. And in between that time, we'll be doing these and a lot of other things that we're going to get out to people. And we welcome your comments. And maybe there's something you want to ask us. We'd be happy to answer it if it's possible. Some things we can't talk about, but most of things we can. So my name is Maleva. It's spelled Malava, Maleva. But my given name, my English name is Dean. That's my English name. And our last name, Howato, in Hopi, that means going down to the village or going underground. Because we're going to talk about the things that live underground, the things that I've taken care of for many years, starting from the age of 7. So it's going to be 7 until now. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate it, and I know my son appreciates it too. So you wonderful people in Hopi, Loloma, Loloma, means good morning, good afternoon. It also means when you leave, it's have a pleasant day. Loloma is what it says. Have a great day. So it'd be Loloma. Loloma. Okay? Thank you for being here. Bless you all.